Hello and welcome to this Trend Miner series. This video is the extension of my previous video, Polymer Gate Transition Problem. Here we will see how we can solve the same gate transition quality problem using correlation analysis. If one variable is highly correlated with another variable or parameter, Trend Miner can quickly find that. We have a correlation analysis tool. It is called recommendation engine. This will help you to proactively generate a hypothesis concerning the root cause of process and asset related issues. It identifies most significant linear relationship between an active tag and one or more potential influence factors, taking into consideration all the layers or event present in the focus chart. So in this case, we had a bad quality transition occurred on the month of June when we were transitioning from product alpha to beta. And now we would like to find out the root cause behind this using correlation analysis. To find out all the transition from alpha to beta, we can run the digital step search, which we saw in the previous video. I'm going to show that again in this video as well. So we can directly go to Trend Hub. We can load all these tags in Trend Hub. Since digital step search is based on digital tags, only you can perform that search on digital tags. I'm going to hide these two tags here and I'll focus on the product tag only because it's a digital tag, as we can see here. So let's run digital step search. So tag is product and we are transitioning from product alpha to product beta, and we made product alpha for 1 day and product beta for 3 days. And this is coming from process knowledge. And from the previous video, we know that June 27th transition is the bad transition. So we can focus on this transition by clicking here. And these two transitions are our good transitions, so April 25th and Jan 13th. So to find out the root cause behind this bad quality problem, we can compare good transition to bad transition. So I can overlay these two good transition in order to compare all these transitions. And as I layered them, we see only one event here because two other transition, April 25th and Jan 13th, they are spot on top of June 27th transition. That's why we see only one layer, whereas we have 3 layers present in the focus chart. Now let's run correlation analysis using recommendation engine. Recommendation engine is on the right corner light bulb looking icon. As I said before, it does global correlation searching and consider all the layers on the focus chart. So in this case, it's gonna go through all my tags, and this system has 6,000 tags. So it's gonna go to all 6,000 tags and it's gonna consider all 3 layers. So 1 bad and 2 good layers. And from there, it's gonna find different correlations. So let's run this. As I run this correlation engine or recommendation engine, starts giving us correlation here. So far, it has calculated 75 correlation. Since it's doing global correlation, we can see a lot of correlations here, and a lot of correlations might be spurious correlations. So here subject matter experts' knowledge comes into picture because he or she can identify which one is related to the process or causing the problem versus what correlations are just the spurious correlations. So in this case, all these correlations are spurious correlations because they are coming from some other process. They're not related to this polymer process. But as I scroll down, I see this reactor flow. So this reactor flow is the outside flow of the reactor. So that's directly connected to our system or our process. So I can enable this reactor flow here. And as I scroll down, I see one more tag, which is temperature. So that's outside temperature, and that's 79% correlated with our product transition. So I can bring that tag here as well. And as I bring all these tags, I just see my product tag, but other tags are not visible. So in order to visualize these tags, I have to go to the layer menu and I can enable these tags from different layers. And as I do that, we can clearly see that we have 3 events here. And in one event, flow was decreasing very rapidly. Versus in 2 our good events, the flow was decreasing exponentially or slowly. We can go to the layer menu and we can quickly test it. So this one is Jan 13th transition. Then I can click on April 25th. So this is April 25th one. And our base layer is June 27th, which is the bad transition. So we can clearly see that flow is a problem here. Versus if we look at our temperature tag, temperature was kind of consistent in all 3 events. So we can safely say that flow, there was some problem in the flow on June 27th transition. It looks like some valve was open, or maybe operator operated the system differently, or some controller strategy might have changed during that transition. But we can clearly see that flow had a problem. So now we know the root cause behind this transition. So what we can do now, we can create a golden fingerprint. And to do that, we have to delete our bad transition because we don't want to include that in our golden fingerprint. So I'm going to make my April 25th layer as my base layer, and I'm going to delete this layer because we cannot delete the base layer. So let's delete this layer. Now we have 2 good transition, and we can create a fingerprint. And it says digital tags are not supported. So I have to hide this digital tag and then try to create fingerprint again. And as I do that, you can clearly see TrendMiner creates a fingerprint, and this can be used to track our future alpha to beta transition. So this is how we can find root cause behind problem using correlation tool, and then we can create a fingerprint to track our future transitions. Thank you.